That's a toxic relationship.
Yeah. But every time they say I'm crazy, it's just when I'm saying the truth.
That is a harmful relationship, yet every time they say I'm insane, it's the point at which I'm saying reality our dearest Steve Harvey. The man we'd known as the entertainer turned relationship master has found himself ends trapped in a snare of discussion, the word around Hollywood's tip-top circles, a situation's unfolding. And it's focused on. In all honesty, Marjorie Steve's better half the stunner. She might have had contact with one, as well as two of Steve's believed partner, if it's not too much trouble. Welcome the chick of my fantasies, my significant other Marjorie applause. The very first word I shared with her was I don't have the foggiest idea what your identity is. Nevertheless, I will wed you one day. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live Station. And an inside source who likes to remain unknown trusted. It's been a loosely held bit of information in our circle. The taken looks at social occasions, the quieted discussions, it's glaringly obvious, assuming that you're looking, as the claim snowball murmurs, have arisen about her developing closeness with Steve's guardian, and rather shamefully his own culinary specialist. The protector had become individual shadow, and the cook, how about we simply say he was offering more than connoisseur dishes, other than your relationship with God, who you decide to use whatever might remain of your existence, with is the absolute most significant choice you will at any point make. And afterward, in a sensational new development, the gold digger rapper Kanye West shook the scene by dropping significant clues about the embarrassment during one of his scandalous Twitter tirades. Seen a few things I shouldn't have all, while the banner waved behind the scenes he obscurely tweeted, setting off a craze of hypothesis. Some Examiner fans even propose it was a sharp punch at an as-of-late surfaced photo of Marjorie, sparsely clad with the Star Radiant flag, spreading out behind her. A source near rapper uncovered he was truly upset by that photograph. He said on the off chance that that is the substance of the pursuit of happiness. We're going down a deceptive way, big shot. Never need to beat around the bush. Later uncovered, in an extemporaneous radio meeting, there's a line among craftsmanship and discourtesy. Some of the time, even family commits errors. Steve generally needed to expose heart and soul to all onlookers, answered the crotch murmurs yet unpretentiously. During a cause occasion, he commented, well, before I get everything rolling, just allowed me to say, I'm fine, you fine anyway. Marjorie, known for her rich balance, presently can't seem to remark on the charges. Dear companions, however shared she's been distressed, Marjorie feels like she's under a magnifying instrument. She trusted one picture, and the world paints a story, said a nearby compatriot. Now Steve and Marjorie's once brilliant relationship account has numerous extra layers. Some even keep thinking about whether this could influence Steve's well-established picture as the master of affection and connection. Sends an as-of-late uncovered statement from one of his meetings, indicates the ebb and flow strife. Each man has a limit a second when he should pay the piper, yet recollect each tempest has a rainbow with unfurling occasions. Murmurs of insider declarations. And the Hollywood tip-top showing up this adventure is a long way from being done, as the glowing universe of the stars gets obfuscated by these disclosures. Everyone's eyes are currently on the Harvey family, sitting tight for the following move in this tempting round of mysteries and disclosures. Hello, don't allow this portion to wreck RM. Clutch your caps, sweethearts, since it appears to be the tempest isn't over for Steve and Marjorie. In a stunning turn, the sparkling town of Hollywood is abuzz with murmurs that Marjorie is pondering completion, their almost 16-year association, and honey, she's looking for close-to-home conclusion, as well as a strong cut of Steve's incredible $300 million Pio child. Where did I meet you? Gracious, first time we met Memphis. We're at a parody collab. Our sources unveiled that Steve, now 66, and Mirror, a stunning 58 first, had their powers of providence arranged in perfect order in the electric 90s. Yet as predetermination would have it, they floated separated exclusively to be brought together by the hands of destiny in 2005. Yet stand by it gets juicier inside a year. In the midst of Steve's conjugal hurricanes, they secured the bunch in 2007, a fantasy you'd think well reconsider. I met her 887. When the tune came out then, God gave her back to me in 2005. Now everybody's copying question, who is William Huge Blast Freeman, the man famously referred to as the viral guardian, as the twirling stories of unfaithfulness overwhelmed the web. Fascinating goodies about this perplexing figure's security with the superstar pair arose the jaw-dropper. He wasn't any guardian, truth be told. He was the Cupid behind their 2005 rendezvous. Diving into enormous blasts, computerized journals, high Facebook, we coincidentally found some supposed preventative relationship exhortation. He composed, I believe darlings should understand that when you're enamored and carrying on with a criminal way of life, you can't spill all your mystery at some crossroads. The sentiment could hit an obstacle. And there is no wrath known to man like a darling hated. They can transform into an amplifier for all your quieted admissions. So think long and hard about you murmur those dearly held secrets. Yet he didn't stop there. In a more soul-string post, he wrote excellence frequently covers agony, be it luxurious chadas, Sankey vehicles, or charming people. We're so focused on the exterior, neglectful of the injuries inside. Behind those impressive entryways could be a broken soul, the shining vehicle, hood house of tortured soul. And underneath the charm of a lady could prowl significant isolation. Now, while Steve did quickly address the whirling hypotheses during his morning fragment, he handily evaded attempt at finger pointing the one thing he voiced of veritable distress, that his family and posterity are trapped in this chaotic media crossfire. Steve Harvey, a name one inseparable from solid giggling and terrible family game shows, is progressively in the information for everyone of some unacceptable reasons. Not the essence of TV. Steve has forever been a handyman, from sending off his line of classy menswear to supporting a few significant brands. His business interests have been essentially as flexible as his television gigs anyway. These individual requests are placing those interests at the center of attention because of reasons he'd prefer keep away from sources from the money road. Insiders recommend that there's been an observable reluctance from significant organizations to recharge their underwriting contracts. With Steve, a brand expert, was cited saying Steve Harvey's own life debates have prompted potential brand disintegration. Organizations like to not take a chance with relationship during such fierce times anyway. It's not all despair and destruction. An inside source from Steve's camp has uncovered that he's nearly sending off a persuasive stage, zeroing in on conquering individual difficulties. Assuming genuine, it seems like Steve is becoming lemons into lemonade. In the meantime, Hollywood is watching out for Marjorie, known for her stylish appearances at high-profile occasions and a propensity for extravagance. Marjorie's following stages are the discussion of Tinseltown Post. Separate from stages, frequently see VIPs leaving on groundbreaking excursions, and gossip plants are a buzz that Marjorie may be near the precarious edge of one. A nearby comrade imparted to Celeb Life week after week. Marjorie is thinking about a calmer life away from the blazing cameras. She's been perusing land in additional segregated regions, alluding to a potential move to a safe haven away from Les hustle. Yet her new appearance at Paris Design Week, unfolding a sumptuous troupe, and situated first column close to form heavyweights, left many baffled. It appears Marjorie is keeping everybody speculating on her best course of action. And Marie was we got together at a point in our life where we had both fizzled at this wretchedly. And it wasn't disappointment, wasn't a choice in the midst of the disarray. There are murmurs that both Steve and Marjorie have been looking for counsel from their nearby gathering of companions, as well as from proficient advisors. Specialist Phil, a nearby partner of Steve's, referenced on his show Connections, at the center of attention have their exceptional compels. I've generally encouraged my companions to look for help when required. Theories have been overflowing about whether the team has looked for the direction of Dar Laura Berman, a renowned VIP specialist known for her watchfulness and compelling Carr's treatment. An inside source told Hart a recuperating month-to-month Steve and Marjorie were seen leaving Dr. Berman's facility last month. They appeared to be somewhere down in discussion, alluding to conceivable compromise endeavors. Assuming this is valid, it carries desire to incalculable fans, wanting for their number one VIP couple to endure this hardship. Not the fans are all so hopeful, however. And we should not fail to remember this isn't just about Steve and Marjorie. It's around a huge number of their devotees who've snickered, cried, and survived their promising and less promising times. One especially enthusiastic YouTube remark distinctly commented on Marjorie's unwaveringness. He's so oblivious over a lady who has never been reliable a day in her life. She's pre-owned him the entire time. The opinion appears to scrutinize Steve's judgment and his capacity to check earnestness, proposing that Marjorie has been playing a game from the beginning. Many reverberation the opinion feeling that Steve might